17.
Stokesy, the players that we've seen training at Essendon today, who are they, where do they come from, and what's the program that they're involved in?
Yeah, the program is Footy Means Business, so it's a program put together for kids between 18 to 24. We probably missed out on an opportunity to get drafted, but we wanted to be able to give them and create opportunities for work and employment and education and stuff like that. So from all across Australia, they come together on 2 programs, and then obviously the second one this week leading into Indigenous round, a big significant part of the calendar at the AFL, to bring them in so they can experience that, really tops it off. But they're just here, they're not really here about footy. We use footy as a vehicle to get them here, but it's more to do with opportunities for life.
So to train at an elite facility, as you touched on there, and also playing in the curtain raiser at the MCG, just how significant is that for these guys?
We've only had one guy here in the group that's played at the MCG, so obviously they're really excited about the opportunity to do that, and to have the opportunity to come to Essendon and Richmond during the week leading into the game. I think a lot of these kids will never get that opportunity, so they're given that chance to do that and be involved and see what the clubs are like. It's a lifetime experience.
To hear from someone like Michael Long as well, who spoke about football, but also just about outside of football and how important it is to get that side of your life right. How important is that for these guys? Yeah,
it's extremely. It's great to Longy give up his time to be able to talk to the boys, because Longy, what he's done not only on the playing field but off it, is a reason why the Indigenous round is so important. It's about respecting the guys who come before us and able to create an atmosphere and an environment now that Aboriginal players can come into footy clubs and not feel discriminated against or they just feel safe. And I think people like Longy and Nicky Wamai and the Cracker Boys who went through an era where racism was probably just a way of life, and from to go through that, was able to be able to give the opportunity for myself and guys in a similar boat to be able to come and play footy and enjoy it and play footy. So him having a chat to the boys today about life after it and making sure that you really do everything you can to improve yourself and your community was massive. And you could just see the boys when he spoke, they just listened, they were really engaged, and so they should be, because it's Michael Long.
And what's life in retirement like for you? Have you been following the Bombers' results this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I still keep in contact with a few of the boys, and obviously Kel's still here, so I've been watching with great interest and seeing the development of some of those guys that I played with last year. It's great. I cheer for them every week and go for them. And even against Geelong, it was difficult because it was Kel's 300th, so you were cheering on for the old fella to get a kick, but it was against Geelong, so it was a bit of a funny game. But no, it's been really interesting to see their progress, and they're doing really well, and I'm really proud of the group. Obviously, the club's been through a lot. I was only here for a very short time of it, but to see him come at the other end and just see him just being enjoying footy and being able to go out there without the weight of everything else, it's really humbling and great to watch.
And you must take a lot of pride in the young guys, their development, as you mentioned there, but you were able to nurture them and develop them last year. You must take a bit of pride in that.
Oh, look, I did. I think when we got here last year, me and Kel were in a sort of similar boat. We sort of thought we knew the footy was probably past us a little bit. We were getting a little bit older, but coming here, we thought our main focus would be to make sure that the players not only keep learning while the other guys were away, but also to teach them some lessons in life that we've sort of learned, and about bringing a group together and a culture that we will be able to create at Geelong, and sort of bringing little aspects of that here. And it was whether it was taking the boys out for coffee or a lunch. I think we had a role to play when we got here, and Kel played that well that he got another year, so it's great. It's awesome to watch, and yeah, you look at the players now, and you look at Faz and the boys and Tipper, and you say, well, if I had some small percentage of an impact on those guys, and it was all worth it.
Stokesy, really appreciate your time, mate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.